There is this talk, and one of the big covenant free agents is a Japanese pitcher and hitter, and he's supposedly very good at both. And begs the question: could a player playing both? If a player could he be both a pitcher and a hitter successfully in this day and age of the league? Realistically, for the DH, there isn't two-way players because of baseball itself. Okay, they want you to solely focus on one aspect. That's how players are brought up from very early, from when you're a kid, be it solely pitching or hitting. Now, will a team let a star pitcher play another position when he isn't pitching? And if he is a good hitter, will they let him hit? Listen, we're in such an era where it needs time to rest era. So teams who believe that pitchers need pitch counts and 4 days rest aren't going to all of a sudden let a guy cut it loose 4 times a night, 3 of the 4 nights in between starts. It would have to be a complete philosophy change. Now, will that happen in baseball? Right now, complete philosophy change? I don't think so. A team may let him do this a bit, just a little, just as part of the gimmick, just for a gimmick. But at the first sign of a bad start or sure shoulder, forget it. But ultimately, I wish it would happen. I wish that it would start a trend that's maybe overdue and start the much needed, maybe going away of the designated hitter. Now, I understand that the Players Union might never allow this, regardless of that philosophy change where a pitcher pitches and hits on off days. But just let me run with it here. Let the pinch hitting and double switching back into the American League, and let almost every player on each team help to decide the outcome of each game. You might say that people that like the DH overlook the fact that if we would have this rule 100 years ago, Babe Ruth would have kept pitching, and the home run game might have never existed. Here's the thing. The point I'm trying to make about Babe Ruth is that if the DH had been in effect when he was pitching, he never would have batted, and we would have been deprived of the most famed home run hitter in baseball history. No telling how many more good hitting pitchers we would have been deprived of. All players should have to play their position in the field in order to survive. That's how the game was intended. You might say everything evolves. For instance, after the 1968, the mound was lowered to its current height. Listen, here's the thing. If this DH had existed back then, the Babe would have only concentrated on his pitching, which is what got him to the big leagues in the first place. We would have never had the home run king. These days, most pitchers don't even bother with hitting. We will never know how many other Babes we have missed out on over the past 40 years because they didn't bother with hitting. Those pitchers that hit well win themselves a couple more games over the course of a season. It's another weapon they could have to beat the other team. But the American Leaguers don't get this opportunity. Just my thought. I hope all is well. I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon.